Hello, collective. Welcome to Rocks and Rose Tarot, where we're always seeking divine guidance from spirit and from our ancestors, our angels, and spirit guides. Sometimes we have specific questions and sometimes we get general messages, but we're going to go ahead and shuffle up the cards and see what messages come out for us today. Now, before I got started, I was being divinely guided to do a reading tonight, and I don't really know what's going to come out, but we are just going to ask Spirit for a general message for the collective. Spirit, please guard me, these cards, and the surroundings with love, light, and protection. Please clear away any negativity that may be attached. And also, please guard the collective as they watch and get messages for their highest good. All right. Let's see what comes out. What message do you have for us, Spirit? What message do you have for us today? Card out is the Two of Cups. I kind of had a sneaking suspicion that this might be a love reading, but that's a confirmation. So let's see what else comes out. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. So we have the Two of Cups and the Devil card. Ooh, toxic love. That's what it feels like to me. And another one. All right. Okay, collective. So already right off the bat, what I'm seeing is there is or has been a toxic love situation that I believe that you are freeing yourself of. Ascending, if you will. Because Spirit is saying you've been doing really hard work. You've been doing a lot of work to free yourself, liberate yourself from this toxic connection from the past. And it looks like you have done that. You are doing a lot of the spiritual work. Let's see what else comes out. There we go. Okay. So I'm picking up that because you have freed yourself from this toxic love connection, you've been doing the work, a lot of spiritual work. I'm seeing that there is a King of Swords that has their eye on you. It's almost like this person never recognized you in the past. And I think it's because you really had not done the work to unblock yourself from this connection. So there is a King of Swords that has now noticed you. It's almost like there's been an activation happen recently that has caught the eye of this King of Swords. I like that. Let's see what else comes out. Okay. Ooh, goodness. I think this King of Swords is going to be coming out very quickly. He's going to be coming very quickly towards you. And I feel a sneeze coming on. So that's kind of like almost a confirmation, like, yes, you're on the right track. But I didn't actually sneeze, so we'll see if it if it comes out. But there is a King of Swords heading your way very quickly. And I think what I'm getting from this card here isn't necessarily that this King of Swords has not been, I don't feel like this is him waiting for his ships to come in, like waiting for something new. I feel like this is you, collective. I think that you knew that this connection here was toxic, you knew you needed to free yourself, you knew you needed to do this work. And we can clarify this and see why the Judgment card came out. But this Judgment is almost telling me that you knew that you needed to disconnect from this connection. Maybe something was holding you back, and getting this connection felt like something you had to have, you needed. But I feel like you knew that it really was not that good for you. It was not that healthy. So some things forced the disconnect, and immediately you just went right into the work that you know that you need to do in order to move past this connection. So, but I feel like this is you looking towards the horizon, knowing that when you disconnect, something better's coming in. That's what I'm getting. You were trusting spirit and the universe. Ooh, that one came out very quickly. So this is the Seven of Pentacles. So I get that this is a Virgo energy, Seven of Pentacles, where you planted something and you're watching it grow. And I think that this is the work. I'm seeing the pentacles here, and it's very close to each other. It's the 8 back down to the 7. So I feel like you had to kind of retract. You had to pull back a little bit, and you had to go back to watching some things grow. But you were planting those seeds, and you know that they're going to be fruitful. So let's get 2 more cards. That one just popped out. The 6 of Swords. So now we have the 8 to the 7 to the 6. And this is really telling me that along with this pullback and let's watch what I plan to grow, I'm also seeing that you are really moving into calmer waters with this 6 of Swords. There may be turbulence behind you, but the water becomes much more calm up ahead. And also, I have to just point out that there are a lot of crows, or maybe they're ravens, but I'm picking up crow. I will tell you that I do have my crow feathers with me, so I feel like that energy is really moving towards protection. So you're really moving into calmer waters, but really you're heading towards being protected from what you've been through in the past. So let's get one more. There it is. All right. And the 2 of Swords. I feel like you're having faith that something's coming, but you are a little nervous. You're like, I can't see everything that's coming. I'm a little nervous about that. And then we also have the Death card on the bottom of the deck. So this is transformation, death and rebirth, but it's also hidden behind the deck. So I'm going to put this right here so you can see a little bit more. So this Death card is telling me that a transformation is being done behind the scenes. And it's because you've done this work. You don't exactly know what's coming your way, but you know something is coming your way, and you're ready for it. But it does seem like you're just slightly stressed, not knowing exactly what it is. And of course, we see these crows again. I think it's probably a theme with this deck, but to just see the crows very clearly and then have the feathers with me today tells me that don't worry, you're protected. You're going to be protected. So don't worry about that. Okay, so I'm actually going to move this right over here. There we go. So this is the bottom of the deck right here. All right. So because this appears to me to be about love, toxic love in the past, and somebody seeing you moving forward, let's get a little bit more clarification about this past situation. So let's get a little bit more from this past situation. So I am going to use this deck. It is the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, but it is in a different format. All right, so I have done the overall shuffle to all the cards, but I am just going to see what comes out. All right, Spirit, can you clarify for me the Devil here? Tell me more about this toxic situation from the past. Tell me more about this toxic situation from the past with this Devil card, please. Okay. Ooh, okay. So the King of Swords came out again. And let's see here. So we do have this King of Swords. We have the Six of Swords again. And then we also have the Hermit. So I think, okay, this is telling me more about this King of Swords than it is about the Devil. That's what I'm picking up. I think that, well, you know, Spirit might be trying to tell me that this Two of Cups and this Devil card may be about you, but it may also be about this King of Swords here that's looking at you. Maybe this King of Swords is from the past. So let's go with that. I think that's what I'm feeling strongly, is that this King of Swords really was trying to move away from the past. That's, I mean, Spirit just cut me off right there. He's really been trying to move from the past, move on, heal, find some stability. And then we have the Hermit card. And I think that there's just really been a hermiting energy from this King of Swords. Trying to gain some independence, trying to isolate a little bit, trying to gain some clarity or wisdom about a past situation. Okay. So, or this just also came to my mind. You could have been dealing with a King of Swords in the past, and maybe there's another King of Swords that's looking at you presently. Maybe it's somebody else. I mean, it is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy with the swords, but it doesn't have to be those sun signs. It could just be your person, or this person from the past is in air energy, is in that sort of energy. But there's no emotions. I mean, we have the Two of Cups here, but there's really like no emotionality with this. So I think that this King of Swords was very closed off emotionally, really didn't have much emotional intelligence, or it's almost like I'm getting the message of the cups have run dry. So this person may have been all out of emotional, or, you know, they're just not emotionally connected. And maybe that is the reason for the breakup or the disconnect. Spirit, is this Devil card and the King of Swords talking about the same person? So we've got the Four of Pentacles. I'm gonna say that this card is talking about I don't know. I'm kind of getting, no. I don't think that this Devil card and the King of Swords is the same person, But I think that this King of Swords has stayed very tight-lipped. They're very to themselves, like they don't like anybody to know their business. So I'm not even sure that this person wants you to know that they are like watching you and they're, seeing you. Maybe they're kind of shy. But I also get the sense that this person definitely likes to hold on to their money. So I don't know, that could be, let's see, I hate to cover that up. Yeah, I think this King of Swords is really trying to just stay like under wraps, maybe. All right. Tell me more about this Eight of Wands. Tell me more about this Eight of Wands. Okay, so now we have the Ace of Cups. I feel like this, okay, this is kind of a cute message that I'm getting. I'm getting that this King of Swords kind of been holding on to their, like, they're not really saying much, but they're kind of like watching, and I think they're preparing for the right moment to approach you. Because you can see here again, it looks like this guy is holding on to his pentacles. I think he's really just trying to control his finances right now, because maybe he's planning to come in very quickly to, I don't know, like take you on a date or offer you, something. But I'm also getting that this King of Swords kind of has like if they've just discovered you, or they've just been activated to seeing you or knowing you, it's almost like you kind of like created these new feelings in this person. Like maybe you've kind of awakened their emotional side. Maybe they didn't think that they were like ready to have new feelings for somebody, and you've just kind of come on the scene and they're like, you know what? I like that. I like the collective. And I didn't say this before, but with the Eight of Pentacles, I'm kind of picking up earth energy. So maybe you are Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. But this King of Swords is really seeing something in you that's awakening some, there some emotions inside. All right. Tell me more about the Three of Wands, please. All right. So with the Three of Wands, clarification, we got the Three of Swords, the Five of Wands, and the Seven of Wands in the reverse. So the Three of Swords is kind of like a heartbreak energy. So I think that maybe you are standing by the shore holding your stuff, but you're not really like at the very edge. Like you're open to seeing what's coming that's new, but you've been hurt in the past. And there's just been tension and conflict in the past, and I think that with the Seven of Wands coming out, I think you've just kind of surrendered this to the universe. That's what I'm getting. You're here and you're waiting. You're like, I've been hurt in the past. There's been tension. I've had my heart broken, but I'm just going to surrender and leave it up to you. That's what I'm seeing. You're like, I feel powerless. So since I can't control what's happening, I'm just going to let Spirit do what Spirit does. So I do feel like you've kind of surrendered yourself to this situation, or, whatever's coming. I just still feel like you don't know. You're not seeing this person. So right now you're going off of blind faith, and you're just kind of sitting there watching, your stuff grow. Like you're like, I'm abundant. I'm independent. I'm secure. I trust something's happening, so I'm just going to sit here and just wait. And let's clarify the Seven of Pentacles, because I really want to know if you're waiting and you should be out there, or if this is kind of like a rest period, which is, you know, what you're being called to do right now. So let's clarify the Seven of Pentacles, please, Spirit. Clarify the Pentacles, please, Spirit. Tell me more about the Seven of Pentacles, please. Oh my gosh, that's too many. Okay. Let me put those. That was just too many cards. I need one. Oh, the Ten of Pentacles kind of flipped out. So that tells me that you're trying to generate generational wealth. You really are trying to get on top of things. Okay, but clarify more about the Seven of Pentacles, please, Spirit. There we go. Ah, yes. The Ace of Pentacles. Okay. So what I'm seeing here is that Spirit is saying right now, just focus on your finances, on your money. Don't worry about the love situation, you know, over here, because I'm taking care of that. Remember, you surrendered to the universe with that seven of, it was the Seven of Wands in the reverse. You've surrendered, and Spirit's like, good job. You're doing the work. We'll take care of that. You take care of this. You take care of your abundance, your security. You do your manifestations to work on this, okay? Because also this King of Swords is very, I mean, he holds on to his money. So if he sees that you're working here, he's going to feel like that's something that you all have in common. He's gonna like that even more. All right. And I feel like we know what that Two of Swords is. It's like you don't see everything behind the scenes and you're a little worried, but you're having faith anyway. All right. So on the bottom of this deck, I have the Six of Wands. So this tells me that you're going to have victory. Victory's coming for you. All right. So let me put this over here. That's the bottom of the deck. Okay. Well, I want to jump right into this Love Angel Tarot deck. And you may know this one. This is the back of the deck. All right. So Spirit, give me some love messages for the collective in regards to the message that you've been telling us. Give us a little bit more of a love message specifically. Tell me about this new person that has their eyes on the collective. Tell me more. Ooh, they're taking a long time to give me a message, which means it must be something good. So tell me more, Spirit, about this new situation. Okay. All right. So it says give your relationship a chance and free yourself. So we do see that you're doing that. You have freed yourself from this past situation. And I think they're really saying, you know, give this new person a chance. Okay. And attraction. So there will be a heavy attraction between you and this new person. And we also have true love on the bottom of the deck. So this is something you can trust. All right. So I'm going to move these down just a little bit. And then I also want to kind of know what these cards have to say about the past love situation. Tell me more about the past situation, the past love, the toxic situation. Tell me more, please. Tell me more about this past love situation. All right. I feel like you really wanted to have a heart-to-heart conversation with this person. And it says let go of control issues. I feel like that was the past person. I I feel like you really wanted to have a heart-to-heart conversation with this person, and they just could not let go of control. They wanted to control something or control you or the situation, or maybe it was themselves. Like they're very controlled and they're not emotional, which we talked about earlier. So I feel like maybe that's a little more insight. Maybe you can relate to that. If it resonates, give the video a thumbs up. Okay, 2 more cards came out. Okay, so the first one is make the effort. I feel like you were just wanting this person to let go of controlling themselves, like emotionally, and just make an effort. And then it also says stay optimistic about your love life. I feel like this just didn't seem to work very well. And I think the last part of this message for the past love situation is just stay optimistic. Like somebody else is coming in, and I feel like you're gonna like this person more. I know it's hard to say, you know, it's hard to see that when you're, you know, really, you know, heartbroken over somebody. And then I have retreat at the bottom of this deck. I feel like you just really need to retreat. You need to disconnect from the world. And either that means by yourself. We see a masculine and feminine, but that could be you. You know, your whole self, your masculine and feminine energy. Just retreat and disconnect from the world, because when you do that, this new love situation is going to come in and this will be unblocked quicker. Let's see. All right. So I'm going to get one more message, and that will be advice. And I think I'm going to use the deck. It is Angels and Ancestors, I believe. It's this is the back of the deck front. It's a beautiful, beautiful deck. It's one of my favorites. All right, Spirit, what's your advice for the collective when it comes to this situation, please? What's your advice to the collective when it comes to the situation? Enjoy success and happiness. What a beautiful message. I think that you've been doing a lot of this, and Spirit wants you to do more of this. Just let go. And I see a big giant gold coin here. You are prospering. Like, you doing this work here, I think, is what really put you in great favor with the divine. He's just happy to see that you're doing this work, and just enjoy your life right now. Enjoy your happiness, your success, because even though you've been through heartbreak in the past, you're coming into something that is going to be very abundant. And a couple of aces there. I mean, it just feels like such a positive message. And on the bottom of the deck, we have the Sage. So this is be devoted and committed. So if you commit to this path and you keep doing this work, then you're going to find somebody that's going to be truly devoted to you. And I do believe that you're going to find out who this person is soon. But that is all that I have. I think that is a great place to end. I thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you in the next video.